Why Japanese elders drink vinegar daily? What if I told you that in the mountains of rural Japan, 90-year-old elders wake up each morning and drink something that would make most Americans gag in disgust? What if this one simple liquid has kept Japanese seniors living longer, healthier lives for over 1,000 years? What if this ancient elixir, impossible to find outside of Japan, holds secrets that Western medicine is only beginning to understand? Every morning at sunrise, Japanese elders perform a ritual so strange that Western doctors once dismissed it as folklore. They take 2 tablespoons of dark, pungent vinegar called kurozu, mix it with warm water, and drink it like medicine. This is not just any vinegar, but black vinegar aged for years in sacred ceramic pots, found only in the remote villages of Kagoshima Prefecture, where ancient families guard the secret fermentation methods like precious treasures. This liquid becomes as dark as midnight and as precious as liquid gold. For over 1,000 years, these families have passed down this practice from grandmother to granddaughter, believing it holds the key to what they call Genki Naronin, vibrant old age. The story begins not in modern laboratories, but in the sacred rice terraces of ancient Japan, where farmers discovered something magical happening to their specially cultivated brown rice. When left in handcrafted wooden barrels buried underground for months, this rare rice variety transformed into a liquid so powerful that those who drank it seemed to age backward. They called this transformation Kurozu no Kiseki, the miracle of black vinegar. And soon, entire villages were practicing this morning ritual as religiously as they prayed to their ancestors. What makes this vinegar truly special is that it can only be created using a particular strain of Japanese brown rice that grows nowhere else on Earth. Combined with sacred spring water from Mount Kirishima, the preparation process itself is a carefully guarded art form. Master vinegar craftsman, known as Kurosu Shokunin, spent decades learning the precise temperature, timing, and spiritual rituals required to create this elixir. Each batch takes exactly 3 years to mature, fermenting in ceramic pots that have been used by the same families for over 20 generations. The resulting liquid contains compounds that scientists have never found in any other type of vinegar anywhere in the world. Imagine your body as a house that has been lived in for decades, with pipes that have grown sluggish and rooms that have collected dust. The Japanese discovered that vinegar acts like a gentle cleaning crew, flowing through every corner of your body with the patience of a master craftsman. Each morning sip of kurozu begins what they call ketsuki no nagari, the flowing of clean blood, washing away the debris that Western bodies collect from processed foods and stressful living. Watch what happens when Japanese elders drink their morning vinegar. Within minutes, their bodies begin responding to something called sanka bushi kwaka, the antioxidant effect that flows like invisible warriors through their bloodstream. The vinegar awakens sleeping cells that have forgotten how to fight inflammation, like ancient samurai being called back to duty. Their blood sugar levels, which might spike like wild horses in Western bodies after breakfast, remain calm and steady as mountain streams. Week 1 brings the first miracle that most people never expect. The digestive system, perhaps sluggish for years, suddenly remembers how to work properly. Japanese elders describe this as onaka no mazami, the belly awakening, where food begins to digest with the efficiency of a well-oiled machine. Bloating disappears like morning mist, and energy flows where once there was only heaviness after meals. By week 2, something even more remarkable occurs. The body weight that has crept up over decades begins to melt away, not through starvation or exhausting exercise, but through what the Japanese call shizen na yase, which means natural slimming. The vinegar tricks the body into feeling satisfied with smaller portions, while simultaneously encouraging fat cells to release their stored energy like flowers opening to sunlight. In week 3, it reveals the transformation that makes neighbors whisper in amazement. The skin, once dull and tired, begins to glow with what Japanese calls chuya chuya hada, which means radiant skin that seems to shine from within. Blood pressure readings that once caused worry begin dropping to levels that make doctors double-check their instruments. The vinegar has been quietly strengthening blood vessels like a patient gardener tending delicate vines. By the 4th week, the full power of this ancient practice reveals itself. Energy levels soar to heights not felt in decades, while joint stiffness melts away like ice in spring sunshine. The Japanese believe the vinegar kurozu has awakened what they call sime no chikara, which means life force power. returning the body to a state of youthful vitality wrapped in the wisdom of years. Sleep becomes deeper and more restful, with elders reporting dreams so vivid they feel like journeys to another world. The most remarkable transformation happens in the 5th week, when the body enters what Japanese masters call kansha no jutai, the state of gratitude. This is when every cell seems to remember its original purpose, working together like musicians in a perfect orchestra. Chronic pains that have lingered for years simply vanish, replaced by a lightness of being that makes climbing stairs feel like floating on clouds. Mental clarity sharpens to a point where forgotten memories return like old friends coming home. This exclusive Japanese kurozu represents more than just fermented rice. It embodies centuries of wisdom that cannot be replicated or exported. The sacred methods, the unique rice strain, the blessed spring water, and the spiritual dedication of the craftsman create something that exists nowhere else on earth.